All right, here we are again, day 2. I got a haircut, I shaved, I got a new hat. We got Luis here. He's gonna be 2 in like 10 days. And then what's your name?
Elena.
And how old are you?
I'm 4.5.
4.5. All right, so yesterday we just basically talked about just getting familiar with the board, you know, letting the kids... You got a raw shirt on. Just letting the kid, just letting them do whatever with the board, putting the board together so they know what the board is. But at some point you actually have to get the kids outside and running around. So I think the biggest thing is is making sure that the kids aren't scared. So when Luis was like 6 months, I would skate with Elena and Luis would just be like on a blanket or in a chair and he would just watch. So when he was actually old enough to, you know, crawl around, he was never afraid to actually skate. But I've had kids come over to my house and I'll skate and they're super afraid because they've just never seen a board before. So part of it is just skating around and letting the kids play with the board and stuff like that. The kids will probably fight. Let me go get another board so that they can play together. So now they're like super jazzed and excited. Yeah, but like I said, if you just expose them to it, put your gear together, come outside, have the boards, and just play around. It should be super fun. One thing you can start doing is you can actually tell them, you can help them with their stance when they're in the grass like this. So Elena, can you get in the proper stance here?
Where?
Just like that. So you want to make sure that your feet are separated, and that's a good thing to teach the kids. That way they got a lot of balance, right? So you can wiggle back and forth. She's pretty good. I've been trying to teach her how to ollie. So Elena, can you show us how you ollie? So that, you know, this is a good technique that you can show her. Ready? Do it. So you can put all the weight on one. And so obviously she's not really ollieing, but at least going through that mechanic is just like getting her more comfortable with it. There's only so much you can do in the grass. Obviously you can, you know, one of the things I like to do with Luis is I like to stand on the board like this and hold his hands, and then I can kind of jump the board and stuff like that, which is kind of fun, and he seems to like that a lot. Together, 1, 2, ooh, boom. Good job, yeah. I think what you want to do is you want to move to something that's simple that they're not going to hurt themselves, and that's sitting down. What we're going to do here is we're going to just buttboard. I don't know if you've ever buttboarded before, but it's super fun. I do it all the time. I've done it in races, and I don't care. I don't have any shame. So.
Oh, buddy! Buttboarding while holding the phone! Get in the picture! Whoa! Right turn, hold the phone again! Whoa!
You want to sit as far back as you can, and then basically your child will sit here. And this is why it doesn't matter if they can walk or crawl. As long as you can put them against you like this, you can put your feet here. And you just want to make sure their feet are above yours. If they get snagged under here, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. Oh, he looks like he's got some fuzz.
Thus. Yeah!
You can actually let them just buttboard by themselves. Here's Luis. Like, I think he did this even when he was crawling. He would just sit on the board like that and push around.
Luis, let's see your skills. Push forward. Look at this! Go! Yeah. Whoa.
Fist bump.
Fist bump.
So one thing that you can do if you're skating in the driveway and you're tired, you can have her sit right there and she can grab onto you, and what you can do is you can move the board side to side while you're holding her. So no matter what, how far you go, she won't fall because you've got her hooked on it. But then what you can do is you can actually let go, and you can slowly go, and she can actually let go. And so she's actually learning that technique there, because the hardest part about skating is really just the initial jerk. Once you're moving, everything's fine, but that initial jerk, that's where things get difficult. So you can kind of do this side to side, and they can learn that motion there. From there, something that you can do, hang on Elena, is instead of sitting down, you can actually hold them. Elena, let me show you. You can hold their hands. As long as they can like pull up, so like 6 or 7 months, they can do this. You can just have them, as long as they can support their weight, you can just hold their hands, and then you just want to kind of skate like this with them on it.
Hey, Mo, look. Woo, surfing USA. Look, look, look. Look at it. Yeah.
Hey.
Hey. Woo. See skateboarding.
Anyway, for Christmas, like 2 years, I got Elena a skateboard with a handle on it. I'll show that in a second. And then a year later, I got Luis a scooter, but Elena liked it more, and she ended up using it. So let's go grab, do you want to go grab your scooter skateboard and your scooter? And we'll show them those two things?
Yeah.
Okay. I think Luis is pooping. It's okay, he's wearing a diaper.